We've been talking about the insanity that Netflix has been under, this huge boycott of cancel Netflix, all the rest of it. And we're now in a point where the creator of this show on Netflix, who's been celebrating the death of my friend Charlie Kirk, calling him a random Nazi, cheering about it, attacking people for expressing sorrow for Charlie's murder. He's got to show up on Netflix, targeted at kids, pushing transgenderism, teaching kids that it's okay to be trans. And I said, you know something? This is exactly what we started working and partnering with Brave Books 4 years ago, back in 2021, to start fighting against. And believe it or not, Brave Books even has now a streaming service. So I want to bring on another of my great Brave Books partners. It's Kevin Sorbo joins us. Kevin.
You know, I posted on X, about 6 months ago, maybe it's even longer than that. And I like to rile them up because it's so easy to rile up the left. And I said, I didn't get blacklisted from Hollywood. I left Hollywood because it's nothing but pedos there. And part of it was just a joke to see what's going on with all this pedophile talk of, big name actors and people behind the camera. Well, I think there's some truth to that as well. And this is the craziness of, the society that we're living in right now, which is really unfortunate.
No, it is. And Kevin, look, when you tie that back, like I'm sitting here in the Charlie Kirk studio. I'm in Phoenix. I've been here since he was murdered. Charlie's chair is empty. It's right next to me here. And this is the creator of this show on Netflix was celebrating it. And you'd think if this were on the other side, and you've been in Hollywood, you've been around there, you can't celebrate this stuff. If someone had been celebrating, over George Floyd or something like that, they'd be run out of town. But for some reason, Netflix is totally fine to support a guy who celebrates the murder of Charlie Kirk.
Well, this hypocrisy, because it's been going on forever. We see it all the time. If you, like you said, if you flip the color of a person, that's enough to make them go crazy the other way around. But if it serves their insanity and their ideology, then they cheer it. And the stuff I saw, what people were saying, Omar, the things she was saying about Charlie, I keep saying, they love their labels like Nazi, whatever it may be, you're anti this, you're trans this, all that kind of stuff. Show me the example where he was a Nazi. That's what cracks me up. The people that, like Antifa says they're anti-fascist, they're the ones who are the fascists. So to me, it's like everything is just flipped. It's all, they know what they're guilty of, but they project it back on you and I when they're the ones who are guilty of what they're blaming us for. It's just, I don't know when it's going to end. The wokeness is, you feel there's a tipping point going on here. I certainly did with Trump's reelection, and I hope it just keeps on going. I love the fact that this guy's not afraid. There's no fear within this man. But for them to sit there and cheer Charlie Kirk's death, it just shows you how sick and twisted these people truly are. They love murder. They love death. The Liberal Party has changed so drastically since from decades ago. They've turned into this. We know what they are. They're not. It's not liberalism anymore. This is socialism leaning into Marxism, and that's the world they love to live in, apparently. But we got to shape up what's happening in this country. To me, I still want to ship off people. I would love to give them a one-way ticket on our tax dollars to go to North Korea, Venezuela, Russia, anywhere in the Middle East other than Israel, and then their utopia is already waiting for them, because it's taken a long time to flip this country into what they actually want. Those countries already have what they want, so why don't they go to those countries if they hate America so much?
Yeah, communist China is right there. I'm sure they'd be more than welcome to go and be there. And Kevin, let me ask you though, did it surprise you when you saw so many people out there, and I'm sure many of them are Netflix subscribers, that were celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk?
That didn't actually surprise me. It made me sick, and it's pretty pathetic. But these people, if we did a documentary on who these people are, I can almost guarantee you they come from broken homes. They're probably raised with only by mothers, no father in the house. There's no moral value in them because they didn't go to church in any way. They have no belief in a God. They have no belief in goodness. They have no belief in any sort of morality. So it doesn't surprise me completely, but it certainly saddens me that this is where we are. But, we're going to keep fighting the good fight. You look at when Trump got elected the first time around, what did a lot of Hollywood actors do? What's her name paraded around with a beheading Donald Trump, and it's so weird. It's just, I wish, yeah, exactly. It was Griffin. So I don't know. These people are incredibly evil, incredibly sad, and they hate who they are. I guarantee you, they look in the mirror and do not like what they see.
Well, I agree with you. It begins with that self-resentment and the
Yeah.
self-loathing. So when you've got stuff like this, we could sit here and we can complain about it, but what I love about what you've done, what the people at Brave Plus are doing, they're
Yeah.
fighting back and have created this incredible service for parents or grandparents to get the book series Brave Books, but also the streaming service Brave Plus. Tell us about what they're doing.
They put books out that have positive messages. They kind of gear towards the 4 to 11-year-olds. That is the complete opposite of what our public schools want to do when they want to show 5 and 6-year-olds how two boys can give blowjobs to each other. I mean, it's really weird that we're in this place with that. They do the opposite. They have just good stories. Good morally based stories. You don't have to be a believer in God to read these books and realize these are good messages coming out there. I've done 2 books with them, hoping to work on a 3rd book with them pretty soon as well. But they just do very good books with solid messages. One of my books is called The Bare Essentials of Fatherhood. And it just shows really the importance of having a father in the family as well as a mother. And you get attacked for that. I've been to a couple events where I read at public libraries. And Charlie Kirk Kirk's on my mind. Kirk Cameron,
Kirk Cameron,
he's
yeah.
kind of the cheerleader for these guys more than anybody else. He does the bulk of it. But I'm honored to be part of their team. I'm honored to do and sort of through social media spread out the word of what they're doing. And I'm going to keep doing it because they do a positive thing without all the negativity that is rolling around out there. And they've got wonderful books to choose from, wonderful books that just great animation, great storytelling. It's quite simple that your kids should be reading these kind of books, not the ones the public schools want to force down our throats.
And what I love too with the Brave Plus service, you can check that out at bravebooks.com or bravebooks.us. They've got not only the Brave books, and they've got Kirk Cameron's new kids show, Iggy and Mr. Kirk. But then what they've done is, and they've got new programming like Chef Gruel, American Gravy. But you can go and find old classic shows, Bob the Builder, Adventures of Paddington, movies like Where the Red Fern Grows, Redwall, great series, Inspector Gadget, Franklin, Babar, just classic good shows that they've been able to get access to that you can put this on. And, look, we get it. You've got kids, you've got, mom's got stuff to do, dad's got stuff to do. You want to reward them with a little screen time. Why not show them Adventures of Madeline? I'm looking at it right now. Why not show them some of these great animated classics that go right in line with Brave Books and don't have any of the woke nonsense?